Okay, so last week you learned your C major and A minor scales just as review. Is that C major, A minor? Okay, and you may have done beginner, you may have done intermediate, you may have done advanced, you may have done professional. I am looking forward to seeing how far you made it, and you practiced your high fingers last time. This time, we're going to have you work on chords. So we did scales, now we're going to do chords in C major. So last time I told you each scale has 7 pitches, and they are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, starting on the pitch that is the name of that scale. And the key signature we're working in, no sharps, no flats, except for the change in the A minor where you add this G sharp right here on the 7th note instead of the G. So for chords, let's start in C major. We're going to build a chord on each of these 7 notes. A chord consists of the note you're building it on, and then you skip a note and go to the next note, skip a note and go to the next note. And you're going to be playing this with your 5, 3, 1. So in your left hand it's going to be 5, 3, 1, your fingers. In the right hand it's going to be 1, 3, 5. This is a triad, is the name of this chord. It has 3 notes. So we're going to build a chord on each note of the scale. So here's a chord built on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1, or 8, whatever you want to call that one. And you will come back down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same for A minor. You have your 1, because we're starting on A now. 1, 2, remember your G sharp. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1 or 8. And back down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're going to add a little rhythm to both our chords and our scales. And what we're going to do for rhythm is we're going to do long. We'll start with C. Long, short, 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 long. When you're playing this pattern, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, one way to think about it is down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And even though you're not going up and down, it helps you realize you're settling into the long chords. And the short chords are much lighter movement. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So you can try that feeling of down, up, down when you're doing the long, short, long, short. When you're doing this exercise, you can do it as fast or slow as you want. Long, short, 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 long. Okay, now I'm going to teach you a new concept with each chord. So each chord, you can rearrange the notes. Notes, C, E, G. You can rearrange those notes. So let's do a different order. Let's do E, G, C. All we did was move the C up to the next C. So C, E, G, E, G, C. It's still the same chord, it's just in a different order. Or we could do G, C, E. We just move that bottom note, the E, to the next E. Or if we move this G up to the next G, we have C, E, G, just like we had at the beginning. So these are called inversions, the fancy name for these. So you have root position, where the bottom note is the name of the key, or the name of the chord in this case. And then you have first inversion, second inversion, and then back to your home key. Okay, now there's different fingering when you do an inversion. So you have 5-3-1 for root position, but when you go to first inversion, now you still have 5-3-1 in the left hand, but in the right hand it's 1-2-5. So the difference is that 2 finger in first inversion. Go to second inversion, the 2 finger is in the left hand, so 5-2-1 in the left, 5-1-3-5 in the right. So 2 finger in the left, 2 finger in the right, and then back to that 1-3-5. So make note of that fingering and do this as slow as you need to be very confident about how you're playing. You can do that on any chord. So make sure to go up and down because it feels different going up than it feels going down. So you're going to do that for each of those 7 chords. You're going to do all the inversions up and down. That was the 1 chord. Now we're going to move to the 2 chord. We move to the 3 chord. 4 chord. 5 chord. 6 chord. 7 chord. And then you're back to your home key. So you could try the rhythm in this as well, but it is a little trickier. So long, short, long, short, long, short, long. That's up to you if you want to give that a shot. Same for the A. You can do inversions on each chord that is built on each pitch in the A minor scale. So that is your assignment for this week. One thing to note, when you're playing chords, there's a tendency to get tight and just kind of rigid. So an exercise you can do is to play up from the chord. So your hands are kind of flinging up, but you want them to fling back down too. So you're flinging up and flinging down. So you can try that to make sure you have some flexibility in the wrist. It looks really silly, but it's really effective. Some of the great masters have taught these techniques. Good to start practicing them just when you're starting to learn, so they become part of how you play. That flexibility in the wrist will become part of playing those chords instead of feeling really rigid and tight. Okay, so a resource in Piano Marvel for these, they're called diatonic chords, a chord for each note of the scale, and also the inversions of those chords I will share with you. So this was created by Dr. Cory Hall, and if you go to learn, this little squiggly line, it will have C major right hand on this star, and then the left hand on this star, and then you put both hands together on this third star. And the three following that are A minor right hand, A minor left hand, and A minor both hands together. So this is Diatonic Chords by Dr. Cory Hall. And it is found within his, let's see here, Sight Reading and Harmony. In the general exercises, diatonic chords level 1. Now, if you go to diatonic chords level 2, this is going to show you the inversions of each chord. So here's the 1 chord, then you've got your 2 chord, 3 chord with its inversions, 4 chord with its inversions. So it will go over each chord with their inversions. And again, go down to learn, and you can learn C major right hand, left hand, and together at different tempos, a slow tempo, a medium tempo, and a fast tempo. Same for the A minor scale. Now he uses A minor natural here, but the one we've been working on is the A minor harmonic. So you can do both of these A minors if you would like, or you can do just the harmonic. It's up to you, but this will give you practice with them in their inversions, and hopefully that is helpful for you, and good luck on this assignment. Okay, so for some reason the audio did not work when I made this recording, but what I wanted to share with you is that also you're going to do this new rhythm of long, short, long with your scales. So C major and A minor scales. So that will sound something like this. And for A minor. And that's however many octaves you're going to do, 1, 2, or 4, up and down. Okay, that is your assignment for this week. Good luck. I hope you have great success in these exercises and you're becoming more and more familiar with the keys of C major and A minor.